Hello and welcome to the channel. And for today's video, we are coming to you live from my living room because this is the only place big enough where I have room to showcase today's pickup, you could say. This is the McFarlane Toys Amazon exclusive Batmobile and Batman 2-pack, although right now we are recording this downstairs. If you hear like an echo, that's why we're in my living room. And I'm only recording this portion of the video down here for the Batmobile. We'll check out the video. We'll check out the figure in my normal setup. Because there is no room really for it to fit, so I'm just using the table here in the living room to be able to showcase the Batmobile. So we're going handheld, and I was able to pick up the Batmobile a few weeks ago. So recently Amazon has been having availability of the 2-pack off and on for almost a month now. And when it first started to pop up, it was only available for like minutes, right? If you were able to get into Amazon and pick one up, then that was it for today. But then slowly over the course of time, it has been up. The listing has been up for longer durations. When I first tried to pick them up, I had the item in my cart, but I was ready for checkout. It didn't let me. So, but then a couple of days later, again I saw the listing, picked it up, put it in my cart, and I was able to process the order. So right now, though, as of this recording, which is late October 2023, the listing has been up pretty much 24 hours. So there is availability right now for this awesome Batmobile. It is also standard price, $74.99. So it's not a reseller that is putting up this is directly from Amazon. So if you weren't able to get the Batmobile upon release, now is as good as time as ever to try and get it. I'll try and post this video immediately after there's recording. Within 24 hours. So if you are watching this video, check Amazon and you will see that the Batmobile Batman 2-pack is available right now. I might even put like a screen grab just for you guys to see that it is still available. But yeah, here it is. Also a cool detail that is happening. So one of the things that many people were complaining about the Batmobile was about the inaccuracy as far as the canopy. So you can see how the canopy is supposed to have like a slope down here. So the top, the roof of the canopy should be at around this height right here, like a third of the way up. So it's supposed to have a steeper slope going towards the front. Ramen Toys, for those who don't know, Ramen Toys are the ones who released their own versions of the Centurions. They're releasing, they had made a deal with I believe, Super 7, but also, I don't forget who holds the rights for the Silverhawks. So they were going to release the Silverhawks in a more modernized version, but that deal fell through, so they only released 2 figures. But then they're also releasing after the failure of the engine of vengeance, the Ghost Rider with the Dodge Charger, that when that Haslab failed, they make their own version available, right? And then they're currently doing, I believe, a Brave Star. They're gonna release their own Brave Star. So they, as of like yesterday, I saw that they're doing an upgrade kit, so to speak, for the Batmobile, where they're releasing a replacement canopy with the appropriate slope, and also the guns that pop up here from the Batmobile, because these don't have any weapons. So these spots right here on the Batmobile, these in the movie, these flipped out, and you would have some machine guns here. So Maraman Toys is gonna release that kit, probably by end of the year or early next year. So that's something that might interest me. But other than that detail, this is the version that most people were hoping to get when the Batmobile first released. Obviously, like I said, this is the 2-pack exclusive, Amazon exclusive, but previously the regular retail version had a black gloss finish with the unpainted canopy, which looked gray. But if you after seeing several comparison videos, I believe it's the same. This is the same color. It's just unpainted. So when they released the first Batmobile, everything of the car was painted except for the canopy, which was why it looked like a different color. But it's basically this color. I'm sorry. It's basically this color, which is just the bare plastic. And you can see some you can see these streaks coming down here from the side. That's just, from the mold release and what's behind, because this is thinner plastic, so some of these imperfections will be seen throughout. There's the reflection cut, the light cut, another here, and it's all over the parts of the Batmobile, right? But what I'm thinking of doing is just repainting the whole thing in a flat black, adding some, and I'm going to add some Bondo to this area right here, because the back wings, these wings, come separate, disassembled, so you have to assemble these parts together. So I'm gonna use some Bondo to seal this off, to keep it all just one seamless piece. That way, when I repaint the whole thing, it's all gonna look clean. And then just add some little details here or there. Repaint the turbine here. But you can see more of that imperfection. Well, I call it imperfections. That's just part of the mold release and all of that. But yeah, if we check out the inside, I guess just finish the 360, turn around. And again, so you use this button right here at the hood, so that pops up, open the canopy, and you can slide it forward like in the movie, or you can pop it open like that. But traditionally, the canopy slides forward. And then on the inside detail of the Batmobile. Again, many people complain that it's a single-seater because it was 2 seats in the movie. But because this, if they wanted to make this two-seaters, the figure would have need the figure the Batmobile would need to be about, I will say, about 20%, 20 to 25% larger. So it would need to be about this long and about this wide, about this bit wider, in order to accommodate two 7-inch figures on the inside. And which I'm sure McFarlane could have done, but the Batmobile would have been, I don't know, maybe instead of standard price, which was like $60, I believe, the original release, they probably should have released then at around 90, I guess. And I don't know if people would have gone for that, but that's fine. So you can only fit one figure there. Let's see if I can get a better angle. Here we go. So all the cool little details there, and dials and doodads and whatnot. So I don't plan on customizing the interior on this thing beyond, just, well, maybe just adding different colors to like different buttons and all of that. But aside from that, the only thing major that I'm gonna do on this thing is just repaint the whole thing to a flat black, just to make this go away, right? And of course, this cover up this the joint right here. So it's before it's starting to move away. So there you go. Maybe the rims. I like them. I like the gunmetal color on these, but I believe these are supposed to be black also as well. So I'm not that good with like electronics and all of that. So there's no way of me like switching out these for like real LED, switching in some LEDs and whatnot. If I knew some friends that knew that sort of stuff, I would probably reach out to them, but I don't really. So for now, the Batmobile will not have any like functioning lights or anything like that. So yeah. So this is it for the Batmobile. I'm going to pause the video, go over to my regular setup, and we'll have a look at the Batman figure. All right, so we're back at my normal setup. And here we are looking at the Batman, the 1989 Batman, Michael Keaton, that comes with the Batmobile, and we're gonna bring in the figure that was released after the 2-pack in the which was the Ultimate Movie 6-pack. So I'm gonna bring in that Batman just for comparison. To see if there are any differences, visible differences and whatnot. And immediately something that I'm noticing, maybe the camera is picking it up. I don't know if it is, but I'll explain as soon as I can get this guy to stand up. Let's bend the knee. There we go. So, I was trying to see if it's because how the light is hitting it, but no. Okay. So immediately, one of the first things you'll notice is that the Keaton on the left, which is the one with the Batmobile, has the gold over the bat symbol on his chest. So why is he gold? Well, or why is it gold instead of yellow like in the normal version or exclusive the 6-pack version? I believe what they were doing is they were homaging, with this one in particular, the old, I believe Toy Biz had it, um, and then Toy Biz and then Kenner. But since didn't own those figures um, originally, well, I don't own them, period. But I believe what was happening is that original Batman figure had the gold, uh, had gold over his chest, or it was a later version that had gold. I don't know. I may be talking out of my ass, and I don't know what I'm talking about. But I believe it has something to do with them homaging the old Kenner figures. I don't think that they used gold just to tie it in because it was a gold label exclusive, right? I'm pretty sure that it has to do with one of those old Kenner figures or Toy Biz figures. And then the other difference that I'm seeing is the color of the suit, or the plastic. Sorry. So what I'm seeing is this version, although it's not a gloss black, it's definitely a bit brighter or shinier than this version, the 6-pack version. The 6-pack version actually almost looks a little tint of green in it. I believe this is something that people were actually mentioning, that over time the figure was starting to get like a green tint to it. I don't remember having that tint when I first reviewed the figure or the set. So I may have to go back and look if it was always there. But since, now that I'm looking at them side by side, it's a little more obvious that this has a little more greenish tint to it than this. This is all pure, almost pure black. So that's yeah, that's weird. Yeah, but I don't think the camera is picking up that difference. Maybe it's picking it up in this angle. But anyway, that's what I'm seeing with my bare naked eye. Also, as far as paint applications go, on the face and everything is exactly the same. So the only major difference is the just the plastic, the color of the plastic. This is a little more shiny. This is a little more, way more matte. Um, so, but yeah, so that's about it. I mean, I already reviewed the figure, so it's not like I need to show you guys everything. As far as like maybe quality or QC, I believe this elbow. I'm sorry, this I keep calling it elbow. The shoulder. Um, this one's a little. These are slightly looser. This one's a little more tighter. But other than that, all of the joints are really tight on this thing. The cape is the same. Like I said, I'm probably gonna switch out the cape as like on this one, where the cape goes up and drapes all the way towards the front, just behind the bat symbol. One thing that I was considering now that I have both of these, so I'm probably going to repaint one in blue and gray. Blue and gray with the yellow oval. Because there is a version in the Flash movie where we see there's that scene where Bruce Wayne walks into his, or something opens and triggers his closet, you could say, with all of the bat suits. And there is a version that is likely a version of the Batman Returns suit that is in the traditional blue and gray colors. So I'm thinking I'll probably do a repaint on this one, since this was the one that has the like the funky greenish tint to it. I'll probably repaint this in the blue and gray colors, and then keep this all black. I'll just add a matte coat of a matte finish to dull down the gloss, and just repaint the bat symbol in yellow, and the gold belt into a like a mustard. Well, it's the same yellow basically. It's like a mustard yellow. But yeah, I mean, other than that, the figures are exactly the same. So again, if you do you really want to see me put the figure in the in the Batmobile? All right, all right. Give me just 1 second. All right. So the trick to putting in the Batman figure inside the Batmobile is you just gotta make sure that the feet don't really squash together, so they're always in like a knee stance, right? So you just gotta lift the legs up as to the highest point you can. You gotta make sure that the feet are either in a neutral position, or all the way back. Okay, and then you gotta ab crunch him to his most forward position. Okay, although the legs are spread out a lot, there is room on the inside. So let me stand up here. You just squeeze the legs a little bit just to feed him through. The cape, you can probably just tuck it in there once you have room to fit him in. Okay, so now he's sitting inside. Just position the arms correctly. So since he has fists instead of like gripping hands, there's nothing for him to grip the steering wheel, so you just gotta fake that. So now you'll notice how the ears stick out right on the edge of the lip here of where the canopy slides into position. What a lot of people do is try and force the figure below this lip and have the head rest on the inside portion like this. That's doable. However, if you don't position everything correctly, that trying to tuck the head underneath the this little lip every time can be a little difficult. So what I discovered is you don't really have to do that. If you got the figure, because every time you're gonna pull out the figure, the bat ears are gonna start hitting the lip, and maybe over time it'll cause the bat ears to start, the plastic to either start seeing some like visible damage and whatnot. So what you really gotta do is just keep the ears as low as possible, right, without having to tuck the ears underneath. And as long as this lip has clearance for the canopy, you can, if you saw the head slightly jerked down just a little bit, but again, with a little more finesse. You don't really need to tuck the head of with the ears below that edge. You can just fit the figure normally. Um, Maybe if you bend the knees a little more to when you're sliding the figure. So let's try that. Right, because I just kept the knees normal. So let's try bending the knees just a little bit and maybe raising the legs just a little bit more. Let's see if that works. That gives us slightly more room. This is where like thigh cuts would have worked, maybe to rotate the thighs and the knees and the legs and all that. So let's try this again. You see how he slipped in a little better and quicker with the bent knees, and he almost slid perfectly inside below that lip. So if you're able to do that, perfect. If not, just keep the bat ears above or just on that edge of that lip. All right. And there you go. You saw the figure didn't jerk or anything inside once the canopy closed. So you can fit the figure inside. You just gotta finagle it a little bit, and you don't have to worry about tucking in the ears below the edge. Just bend those knees a little bit and crunch them as much as you can using the ab crunch. Customizers like myself, we can still, even though the figure, let me use the other one. Even though the figure has a decent ab crunch normally, right? This is pretty decent compared to other Batman figures. There are ways to modify the crunch, by shaving plastic on the inside. So you can do, or doing like a canal, like a little, well, yeah, it's just a little trench, you could say, to enable the stem of the ball joint to hit it. And instead of going, bumping into the normal rounded area for the ball joint to move around, if you extend that a little bit and open it up a little more, it has more room to bend forward. So that's basically the idea. That gives you the better ab crunch. So yes, you can fit the figure comfortably inside the Batmobile. And as I mentioned earlier, Ramen Toys is doing a replacement with a steeper slope. So hopefully they don't do anything to this part too much to where it makes it a little harder for the figure to sit comfortably inside the Batmobile. So hopefully they're taking that into consideration. All right, let me just pause 1 second to close out the video. All right, so there you have it. Check Amazon right now if you're interested in purchasing your own 2-pack. I would say that other than the if the canopy thing bothers you, that it's not 100% accurate to the movie, even then I would still say if you don't own a version, oh, you know what, if you don't own a version of the Batmobile that is this large, I would say get it, because it's probably, you're not gonna find something this big at such an affordable price, even though it's not 100% accurate to the movie. you're not gonna find anything closer to this size for the price to fit larger action figures, 6-inch, 7-inch, at least right now. So I would say get it. Let me just pause 1 second because I forgot to do one last thing. So two things that I wanted to do that I completely forgot. Let me just remove this guy. If you have the SH Figure Arts 1989 Keaton Batman, this thing is gonna fit inside pretty much without any issues. I do have a pin holding the cape together. Check out how I did that in another video. But this figure sits inside comfortably, and this guy does have different gripping hands and everything, so he can definitely hold on to the steering wheel, right? And it's pretty much more in line in scale. So if you got the first version of the Batmobile and were unable to get the 2-pack, the Amazon exclusive with the Keaton, or the 6-pack Ultimate Movie Pack, but you do have either this or the Mezco, which I believe is around the same size, slightly taller, these will fit inside, and likely you would be able to make a conversion to fit the two figures inside. So if someone releases like an upgrade pack for the interior to accommodate smaller figures like this in this scale, then you will probably have your ideal Batmobile. The other thing that I wanted to compare quickly, I'm gonna run out of time. Give me 1 second. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to compare, so this is the smaller Spin Master version for their 4-inch figures. This is the one that came with this guy. This one I'm also planning on modding soon or later. I don't know, whenever I find time. But this is the other Batmobile available that was made available for retail from the Flash movie. So you can see the difference with the canopy. So this is a little more accurate. The car is the nose. All of this section is a little more elongated than this version. If I have time, I may do like an overlay of this vehicle on the profile of both cars, and obviously I would have to upscale this to see how accurate each one is to the other. But I'm pretty sure the front end of this vehicle has stretched out longer, which is more accurate to the actual Batmobile. And then so you can see how the angle of the slope of the canopy is. So this is compared to this, which is pretty much straight. You can see how this one slopes down. So this is pretty much what Ramen Toys is doing for their upgrade. And even the colors, this one's a little more flat black. The Batmobiles go a little more like 80% black versus which is more like 90 something percent. So this one does have the black wheels, but again less. It's also pretty much equally detailed, you know. So if you have like smaller figures, 4-inch figures, this is a good alternative as well. But yeah, there we go. So let me know, if you guys were able to pick up your own version of the 2-pack, either originally or afterwards. Like I said, check Amazon right now. It's available. I'm 100% sure of that because I checked before I started recording. But yeah, if you probably all of those, all of that stock that is available right now is probably from people that either their orders got canceled. I'm pretty sure that's how all of this stock. I don't think, because there was no official announcement by McFarlane that they were restocking Amazon. So I'm pretty sure most of this stock that is available right now is because of canceled orders. So there you go. So here's your opportunity to land the your own 2-pack. And also mine came double boxed, well, triple boxed, right? So you got it came with an outer shipper box from Amazon, and then an inner McFarlane shipper box, and then the actual box that holds the whole the two items, right? So it came in well packed. So it also comes with like these these corner protector things. I had these handy because I may use these for something later, so that's why I even reminded myself to mention that. But yeah, go check out Amazon right now. Obviously, I'm saying Amazon USA. I don't know if international Amazon is offering it, and if it is, awesome. I would say check out Amazon listings to see if it's available also. International Amazon listings, right? All right. So thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll be seeing you in the next one.